Hey guys, welcome back to the Entertainment Lab. I'm back with another season recap, and this time I have season 1 recap of Elite. So sit tight for the next few minutes as I will let you through the story. And before we begin, please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon. After the roof of their school collapses, 3 students from middle class families get their chance to become a part of crowd of the most elite school in the town. Samuel lives with his brother Nano, and particularly Samuel isn't as excited about the new school. Marina is sympathetic to how Samuel feels and they soon became friends. Marina's brother Guzman is not so happy about it and wants his sister to stay away from him, especially considering what happened the last time she was with one of them. Guzman's girlfriend Lucrecia, the best student in the class, senses a threat to her position when Nadia joined them. Now she hatches a plot against her with the help of Guzman. Christian is here to make connections. It is only then that he can exploit them on his own end. He becomes infatuated with Carla, who already has a boyfriend Polo. The three of them enters an agreement which is mostly sexual. Another link between the two words develop in the form of romance between Ander, the son of principal of the school, and Guzman's best friend, and Omar, Nadia's brother. Meanwhile, a love triangle appears between Marina, Nano, and Samuel. Running parallel to the shifting dynamics between these characters is the murder mystery of Marina. The cops interviews all the students to try to get a picture of what could have happened that night. Now let us focus on who are the suspects. Over the course of first season, the complete story unravels. We get a look into her personal relationship and the picture begins to take shape. The first and the most obvious suspect to emerge are Nano and Samuel. Nano sleeps with Marina, though his primary motive was to enter her house and steal the money she had told Samuel about. He first asked Samuel to do it, who is not only interrupted while doing it, but he also felt guilty about deceiving Marina. Nano fails to get the money but develops feelings for her. As Samuel's friendship with her turns romantic, Nano advises her to keep it that way. For a while, both of them succeed in keeping their feelings at bay while secretly pinning for each other. The situation blows over when Marina's pregnancy comes to light. Samuel feels betrayed, but he convinces himself that it doesn't matter to him and will support her in whatever choice she makes. She decides to go to the abortion and Marina agrees to Nano's idea of going to Morocco. Marina helped Nano in stealing some valuable watches that belongs to Carla's father, in order to help him pay off the debt he owed to the friends he made in the prison. Unknown at the time, one of the watches held incriminating evidence, which could send Marina and Carla's father to prison for school building collapse. When Nano comes to know about it, he tries to extort them for money. At first, Marina tries to make him return the watch, but then gets in on it when they plan their escape. Carla realizes that Marina had known about the watches as well as combination of the safe in which they are kept. She suspects her and tries different ways to make her give it up. The only other person with enough grudge against Marina is Lucrecia. She just wanted to get close to Guzman. Due to another incident, the principal asked Marina to sit out of the exam, and the same goes for Nadia too. Conveniently, that happens to be Marina. Now, Lucrecia is enraged because not only has she ruined her life, she didn't even deserve the scholarship. But is she angry enough to kill Marina? At season 1 ending, the burning question is who killed Marina? After Carla fails to convince Marina to give up the drive, she tells Christian to get it for her. When he too fails, Polo decides to do the job himself. By the end of the series, their relationship has deteriorated to the point that she breaks up with him and starts spending all her time with Christian. Polo wants her back, and if retrieving the watch doesn't do it, nothing will. Polo and Marina had hardly ever conversed with each other, which put him out of the circle of the suspects. But then Carla whispers in his ear that the cops suspect Nano. The events that followed that night are: Marina had been waiting by the poolside for Nano. She is visited by Samuel, who tells her not to give away her life for someone she barely knows. She begins to have the second thoughts. She types a message telling Nano that she doesn't want to go through with it, but is unable to send it. In the meantime, Samuel asks Guzman to intervene, but he refuses. Polo overhears this and goes to the pool and gets the watch. In the attempt, he has heated conversation with Marina, who mocks him for trying so hard to impress a girl who doesn't even care for him. In the fit of rage, he hits her head with the trophy. He runs away and finds Carla and Christian in the restroom. They help him clean up, he gets rid of the evidence, and Carla whips up an alibi for him. When Nano finds Marina, she is holding on to her last breaths. When Samuels comes back, he sees Nano running away and Marina's dead body lying there. Thank you very much for watching this video, and if you like it, please hit the like button, and for more such content, please hit the subscribe button.